Hey, I'm Mike from PumaPlow.com. How y'all doing tonight? First off, a shout out to James Tapley. Thanks for following, buddy. Welcome aboard. So, we are back here at Hobbs Farm, otherwise known as Puma Ranch. That's what I've decided to call it. We've made some progress. That grass field 9, cut it twice and picked it up and all that good stuff. And we made a little bit of money. Fast timed, I think, 3 days. We're gonna get J-Man in here. He's gonna help out, which would be awesome. Need a third person. We got work to do for 3 people. So hopefully, wow, that was a quick sync, J-Man. Hopefully we can get a third in here real quick. Anyway, so we've been productive. We cut that field twice. We picked it up twice. Yada yada yada. We picked up all that straw. We've done that. That bunker over there, which is over there somewhere, is filled up with silage. We're gonna get that out here in a second. We're gonna buy a couple things too, or we're gonna buy one thing. So before we lose our money, we need to buy... No, it's not miscellaneous, dummy. The ugly blue conveyor. I do not like this conveyor belt, but it's cheap. So that's why we're going to buy it. We still have our 25 cows. We fast time. We're making about $6,000 a day right now. The other thing you'll notice is... Hey, J-Man, we jump out of that tractor real quick. You'll notice this tractor's out of fuel, right? So it's been my workhorse. Between me, Smoke, Tree Cutter, and Master Chef, we cut all that grass, picked it up, raked it, everything twice. So, yeah, it's out of fuel. So I wanted to save it because I needed the money to buy the conveyor belt first. So that's why it's empty. So we're going to get it filling up. There's our ugly conveyor belt that I don't like. Let's go get it. So what we're going to do is... We're going to this thing on the right. Is that the right spot? So J-Man, if you want to grab the other Schluter and grab the flagel trailer, not the pickup trailer, it's sitting right behind the Schluter, and meet me over at the silos by field 10, I believe it is. Tax, I'm doing good, man. How are you? So job 1 right now is to get all of that silage moved, okay? And we might be able to multitask. We need to get the grass cut too. Yeah, it really sucks with potatoes today. Yeah, it really sucks. Anyway, we need to get the grass cut too, but silage is more important right now because I want to get mixed rations going. And if we get mixed rations going, then we can start be way more productive with the animals. We're running at 55% productivity right now. It'd be nice to get it up to 100. But anyway, and I did find out or figure out after the stream last week where I was having all the trouble with the windrower on the Schluter. Once you put it in the field and you turn it on, it pulls completely fine. So it's just a matter of getting it to the field that sucks. But once you get in the field, it pulls it just as fast as the Twtch does. J-Man, turn around, bro. You're going the wrong way. Going to the west of field 10. Yeah, today's been a bad day. Prince died. China died from WB or WWF. She died. Just waiting on the third one. That's what I'm thinking. There's J-Man. So that flagel trailer he's pulling was actually the last piece of the starting equipment. I hadn't shown it off because I didn't have need for it. But that's the last piece. So it's just been kind of sitting in the one shed, chilling. So we take a left, J-Man. There, to the south of where we're going. So I finished filling that bunker up. We have like 800,000 liters of grass in storage and 755,000 liters of straw in storage. So we're good on those 2 for a while, but you know, we got grass the better, right? So yeah. So the theory with this is 300,000 liters. We're gonna get it pumped out here. I have to turn my help on so I can get how this thing works, but bunker is full. It's 300,000 liters. We're going to put the first 200 into storage, or not storage, into the mixing station because it's full of everything else. The game's really loud. I'll turn it down a skosh. Let's see how badly it's only at 30%. Yeah, we'll go down a notch. Screw it. Okay. I have no idea how this thing works. I really don't remember. There's got to be like an unfold button, right? N. J. Oh, that's one of the buttons I need. There we go. Hello, kitten. Okay, we'll start with that. That should get it unfolded at least. And then we need to... I bet we need to band on. Nope, that wasn't it. This one's right. Do I need to unhook from it? Hit J again? I think I broke it. Kitten, come on, dude. You're in the way. Thank you. Oh, I'm not in game anymore. Maybe that was part of my problem. Ah. Okay, let's get this bad boy lifted up. Hi, kitten. Okay, we're gonna get this thing lifted up. And then I think I slide under it and back it up or something, right? Something stupid like that. Yeah. Okay, let's unhook from it. I don't like this thing. Come on, dude. I really don't like this conveyor belt, but it's cheap. So, you know, what if I hooked it with my wheat? Drive it that way. That'd be easier, right? Okay. So then J-Man's just going to fill up. He's going to put it in the mixing station, which is by the cows there, the green one, not the ugly one. It doesn't seem to work. Ooh, look at that. Is there a way to get you more clearance? Or I can spin it. Hang on, I can spin it this way. This is the best conveyor out there? I strongly disagree, Mr. Tex. Strongly disagree. B. So it's on. Now we just need to push it in a little more. And we have silage. Cool. So basically, I'm going to sit here and drive the Schluter. Or this Schluter. J-Man, you're going to drive that one. He's going to get it in the mixing station first. And what that will accomplish is we'll get mixed rations going. And we can feed the cows mixed rations here this morning. And, yeah. So this conveyor will be replaced as soon as I can afford a front loader and the front loader arms and everything. So, okay, this thing is full. That's good. Let's go get him back out in the field. He's been the cutting machine. I also use him whenever I don't have anything else to do, like I'm the only one in the game or whatever. And so he's been used a lot for running loads because he's faster. He goes 38 where the Schluter's only go 26. So that's why he's been getting so much use. That's why he's out of fuel. The other thing I've learned how to use, which is amazing, is GPS. GPS is where it's at, especially for cutting grass and for windrowing like loose grass. Dude, it is where it is at. So I will show that off here in a little bit. It actually gets to the point with the mower where you can literally just walk away from it. You can get it set up and you can get auto turn on and everything, and you can literally walk away and it just sits there and keeps cutting grass. It's awesome. So we'll do that here at some point too. And then that's really about all we're gonna do. Luke, what's up? How you doing tonight? This is Hobbs Farm. We are ranchers. We are not farmers. So, yeah. Oh, also, I did something else too. Let me get lined up here and jump back in this Schluter for a little bit. So when J-Man gets here, it's ready to go. The other thing I did is I went in and I said I wasn't going to sell the crops, you know, the in-game crops that you start with. So what I did is I sold them all, or not sold them all. I went to the XML and got rid of them. So there's no temptation to sell it. So if I need crop, I actually have to make crop. So they're completely empty now. Did not sell them, didn't make any money off of it. Strictly, you know, you know what we're gonna do? This is silly. Why are we doing this? Let's go. J-Man, I'm gonna upgrade your, I'm gonna pimp your ride. I wish the other trailer held silage. You know what? Does it though? Whoa, kitten. Kitten. What is that? It's chaff. Kitten, come on, dude. You cannot sit there. You know that. He's just being a terror today. Here, J-Man, you can have the John Deere, the John Deere. You can have the Twtch to do that. That'll work way better. Just ignore the front more. It's a weight now or something. So. This will really enable faster loads because he can go 38 instead of 26 now. So it'll be a huge difference. You know, obviously there's a ton of equipment I want to buy. The next thing we're going to pick up is probably a forage harvester to get the corn chaff that's in the next field over in field 8. And actually field 12's corn too, but whatever. So we can get regular chaff going so we don't have to cut so much grass, because the grass cutting is just a killer. It's just so much work. So can I disconnect this thing and does it stay running? If that would work, I could get out of the way a little bit more. Thinking I can just do that and then okay, well if that works. So I'll get him filled up and I'm gonna spin it around and get out of the way. Staffy, how you doing today? Get in. Come on. The only problem's gonna be I have to Tech said he's beat today. You know. So I guess we're just gonna. This is gonna be really. You know what? No, that won't really work. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So what we're gonna do is. There's a need for Steffi in the server. What need is there for Steffi in the server? I'm confused. We're gonna have to slide this over to the side because J-Man's gonna have to come in here next to me. Kind of like that. Okay, we're gonna go get this Schluter hooked up for his next adventure. Always more adventures here at Puma Ranch. So yeah, I do need a third person, Ethan John Deere, but it doesn't have to be Steffi. Goodness, I'm betting she's had a long day today too. So hopefully, if we can get a third person, we'll get this grass cutting operation going, and it's a thing. It's pretty awesome. So the auto tractor, the GPS is where it's at. Remember on last Saturday stream we had trouble on Michigan with the windrows? Well, with this loose grass, it's no big deal. You just roll it, set your width, and go. It's pretty awesome. So, matter of fact, nah, Steffi, it's no worries. And you know, it's all good. Ethan was the one that said you needed to play. So I need 2 hands for this. The GPS is really cool. We'll get to it in a little bit. Anyway, we're just gonna sit here and wait for J-Man to get back. But he'll be a lot faster now because he's in the faster tractor. We'll look for him. Hey J-Man, if it's easier, you could pull in and go out the other end of this bunker. You can totally pull up there. It's not a problem at all to do that. If you just want to pull in next to me, then you can pull up over top of it and move on from there. So instead of backing in. I'm glad that's okay with you, Ethan, because you know. Wow. Okay. Oh, and later tonight, I'm gonna give you a little bonus time tonight. 'Cause I didn't stream last night because I was busy. Look at that! Look at all that beautiful silage. So we're gonna play Farm Sim for a while till we get to a stopping point of, or if there's nothing to do, or you know, something like that. Whatever happens. And then we're gonna play some Minecraft on the 360. I know, ooh, right? So yeah. Working on a couple achievements. Still working on the Wither achievements on the 360, and then my world is stupid, and I need more leather. I'm running low on leather tonight. So I had 3 or 4 cows, which was great. And I was breeding them, and then said world limit or whatever it's called, which was fine. And then I went and killed like 30 different animals, pigs and cows and chickens and sheep and a couple of wolves, which they don't matter, but whatever. And it's still full. It's still, still says I'm at my limit of breeding animals, so that's not fun. So I need that stupid dye leather achievement thing. And, oh I'm out of wool, or I'm out of leather, out of cows. So I don't really know what to do with it, to be honest. So we're gonna figure something out, I guess. Whatever. It's all good. So that's what we're up to. We're up to silage, and then so we're gonna get more grass, I guess. But we're not gonna put it here. We're gonna fill up a big bunker back home. I'm not really all that worried about it. I may just put it all in storage even. Need to get some money so we can get the. Oh, so I had a couple mods this week too. Obviously the blue conveyor belt. I added the mesh station because I think it would be good to have more than one, but that's down the road a little bit. I don't have any money. And then the big one I added was the Rostel Mash. So this is the forage harvester right out of the Sosnovka Gold Edition pack, but someone put it out as a mod on its own, and it's only $200,000, which is awesome. I don't think it comes in. It doesn't come with a head, which is fine, but it's only $200,000 compared to the Big X, which is $415. So it's not nearly as big. It's only, this one's 1,000 horsepower, 1,034. You know, this one's only 442, but Hobbs is flat. You know, it puts the head through the corn just fine. I tested it. I'll use the regular in-game head, the this one here, the 10.5 meter head. It works fine. So it's all good. Do you hear the 360 multiplayer servers are going to get shut down soon? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I thought about the Big X Black Edition, J-Man, but felt like something different today. Oh, you're already full. Sweet. Turn my head and he fills up. I need to push this thing in too. And then obviously we need more trailer. We need some more trailer capacity because hauling these loads is at 30. I don't know what it has. 32,000 is not fun. You know, we need a bigger pickup wagon because that hauling the grass in at 38,000 sucks. We need some tractors. You know, there's a lot of equipment we need. So we'll get there. But there's a lot of stuff we need. You know, whatever. So, okay. So we're halfway done. We may not even finish this. I don't know. We don't really need it for anything. I would like to get the mixing station going, which it is. That's where J-Man's been putting all this. So that'll be good. So by the end of this video, this stream, we'll get some mixed rations into the cows, which would be really good. Because they're not low on grass by any stretch. They probably have a couple more days of grass. I haven't fed them in a while because they were full. But you can see I got my 25 still. They're running at 54%. The silage or the mixed ration should either get them to 100 or 110%, depending on how the water plays out on this map. I don't really know how it's going to go. They do need more water soon. I've kind of put off filling them since the water's expensive. They could use some straw, but I'm not really worried about straw. There's plenty of straw around. So, but we need to get some money because we need a combine. We're going to need more straw at some point, so we're going to need a combine to combine some wheat. Need to get the forage harvester to get that corn down for silage, for chaff for silage. You know, it's all good. Yeah, I saw the other day they were going to quit. Microsoft was going to quit making Xbox 360s, which it's about time. That should have been done a couple years ago, to be honest. So they're going to quit making them, maybe even quit supporting them. I don't remember the story exactly, but it's about time. Let's just move on to the one, you know, and go from there. Anthony, what's up, dude? So, and I mean, really, outside of Minecraft, I don't play any 360 games on the 360. There's a bunch like backwards compatible stuff I'll play on the one, but I mean, you know. What, they're cheap to make? Yeah, but making ancient equipment, it's going to get expensive finding parts at some point. They might be cheap right now, but eventually it's going to get really expensive to make the parts, to get the parts. And so they're just like, screw it, we'll support the ones that are out there. You know, it'll be like the PS2. The PS2 didn't go away forever. I kind of think it's going to be the same thing. So, but yeah, we need to get some Minecraft 360 achievements tonight, huh? We won't get them tonight. We got Wither achievements to get. So we'll get that in a little bit. You know what? I think we're going to do one more load here and then leave the rest for later. This isn't exactly thrilling. and then we will get over to getting some work. So I'm going to push this thing in a little bit farther here for J-Man. We're going to go get hooked up. So if anybody, any of the regulars out there wants to come help, we're going to need a third person here in a minute. But, you know, if not, we'll manage with two. So this guy's going to go on the pickup wagon, which it pulls it just fine too. It's a little slow, but it pulls it. So, and then we'll get going. And this field, I mean, field 9's a big field, but especially with the GPS, dude, it just disappears. It just disappears. I wish I could hire it out, like the grass cutting out, to make it a little faster. You know, but that's okay. I don't think they'd bring Minecraft 360 to the one that's backwards compatible. That'd be weird. So, okay, so we'll wait for J-Man to come over. J-Man, it's up to you. If you want to cut, windrow, pick up, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. So, we'll let him pick, and then I'll handle the other ones, I guess. The slow one is, in the beginning anyway, the slow one's grass cutting because it's just so much to do, and it's 10 meters or whatever it is. But once you get rolling, it's not so bad. So, which is awesome. Now we have mixed rations. Actually, let's go check that out while we're waiting. We're gonna go look at the mixing station real quick. If you want to cut, J-Man, I don't know if you want to cut or whatever, but if you want to cut, let's do an end round on the top of the field and on the bottom of the field, and then we're gonna pick that up, give us some more room for stuff. Okay. Yes, Minecraft's on the 1. It runs so much better on the 1 compared to the 360. But we're gonna play on the 360 tonight because that's where I need achievements. Okay, let's come look here at this mixing station. You can see it working back there, which is good. It's not quite full on silage, but there's more to be had. So we've already made 2,000 liters. Woot! It's 79% full and full in the other two. Went ahead and put the pipe out the back to give us. It's going to be easier to do it, you know. Instead of having it out the front where you empty out your silage and then it starts filling you up with mixed rations, and it's the whole thing. So. Just put it out the back like that, it's just easier. It won't actually dump into that trailer until we move it, but that's fine. So yeah, okay, J-Man is off and mowing, awesome. So, with the GPS, you can actually have it turn around in the field automatically, but what I've noticed and what some people have told me is, especially, like the moors, it doesn't matter. If you miss on the end, it doesn't matter. But like on the windrower, it gets a little funky, and what it does is it'll mess up the rows. So what I've been told is if you cut an end row and pick it up, the more will still, or the GPS will still think you're going to the end of the field, and it doesn't. So it goes there even though it's empty, and then it's a cleaner turnaround basically. So we're gonna get ready here. J-Man should be coming back here in a second. Now, like I said, the windrower is hard on this Schluter, but once you get it going in the field, it's completely fine. So we're gonna go line this up in the corn somewhere. So the theory is here, J-Man's gonna do a round, or okay, a pass is good too. Okay, so J-Man's gonna do a pass up here, and I'm gonna rake this, and then it's gonna give us space for when it comes time to do the regular passes. So in theory, get this bad boy over here somewhere, somewhat straightened out. Go ahead and hire it. And I'm not going to use the GPS for this pass, but yeah, we're going to do the whole field eventually, J-Man. I don't know if we'll get to it all tonight. I don't know how much of this we're actually going to stream. This is what we're going to do for the next 2 hours if we sit here and do it. It's just cut grass. I do eventually want to put the milk stop milk or whatever it's called on there, so that we have to go sell the milk ourselves. But right now I don't have the capacity for I don't have any way to haul it. I don't have the money to haul it. We have $7,000. So what's going to happen one of these days is I'm going to fast time a whole bunch of days and to get some money. But I wanted to get the mixed rations in first. So yeah. But really, we're basically just grass farmers at this point. We're basically just about grass farmers, because I mean it's all about the grass to make grass, obviously. Also used for mixed rations, or not mixed rations, for the silage. So there's a lot to do here. But yeah. So I'm actually gonna ditch this guy down here at the end and go pick this up with the other guy. And Nunzio, what's up, dude? We need more to do, obviously. We'll get more to do once there's silage to pick up and all that stuff. So we'll get there. Let me get this picked up real quick before J-Man gets back here. Now that this is raked, I want to get it picked up and out of the way so that he can hopefully have some more room to turn around. Okay. And then when I get back to opening or to windrowing the big part of the field, then we'll use it. I'll show you the GPS. Craig, what's up, dude? Because the GPS on Michigan on the other night, it was okay, but it didn't quite work right for the windrows because of whatever reason. I kept getting off center a little bit. I think, well, here the grass is loose, so you just set the width of the windrow and you just go. And it's awesome. It's perfectly straight passes. Everything's awesome, basically. I'm not laying it just tonight. I know, deep thoughts by Mike, right? Okay. Okay, that's actually, you know what, we're gonna go back to that spot over there I just saw. Trying to keep all the loose grass down. Any spots that get out, which they happen all the time. It's raining it's raining for you? Oh, that sucks. It rained here today a whole bunch. Let's go see what's going on down this other end of the field. So it's a slow grind to cut this whole field. Looks like J-Man turned here. Okay. That sucks, Nunzio. Nunzio. Hate the weather in Ohio. I think you'll hear almost everybody complain about the weather somewhere. You know, it just seems to be what it is. So, okay, we're gonna park this guy, and I'm gonna get the windrower going, and we'll knock this bad boy out. Base throw, what's up, dude? So the auto turn feature is not going to work right because we're not going all the way to the edge of the field, but I can turn it manually. Not a big deal. It'll actually work out really well. Now this will be a little dicey getting this windrower to the other side of the field though. So yeah, Craig, you can join whenever you want, buddy. You're a regular. Just gotta get the mods. You can see how the windrower is kind of pulling me around. Yep. And it doesn't matter if I raise it or lower it. It doesn't matter. But as soon as you turn the thing on, man, it just, you know what? Let's just do that. Turn the thing on, it drives like a dream. See, it drives nice and straight. I can control it. I'm raking nothing right now, but whatever. If I pick it up, maybe it pulls completely fine once the thing's on. So you know, doing good. Base Thrill, how are you, man? Bill, what's up, buddy? So yeah, everything works good. It's just turn the thing on. It seems to work. I don't know why. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Okay, let's turn this on, turn that on. So you see my green line already, so let's get lined up here. Obviously it's not wide enough, it's just on tractor width for some reason, instead of implement width. We'll fix that here in a second. So we'll go to about here, so I'm making sure I get all the grass. I don't want anything off to the side. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're going to auto width. See, it takes it up to our 19 meters right here, which is our auto width. Should actually have a course I could load. Maybe that's not this tractor. Maybe it was the other. Maybe it was the other Schlitter. Schlitters get mixed up based on what's going on. So this is really all we're gonna do. So, what? Hang on. No, kitten, off the keyboard. We need to do a new course here. There we go. New course. That works better. We got our working width at 19 meters, which is good. We're gonna hit the little GPS active to make it on the radio antenna. And then I'm gonna hit Control W, which lines me up. No, that turned it off. Turn it back on. It's down, it's ready to go. We are just going to go. So it's gonna keep me going straight. Come on. Come on. Come on. So this is gonna keep me nice and straight. The windrows are gonna be perfectly straight. It's all gonna be good. And then basically all I'm gonna do at the end is turn around, get it close to the green line, and hit Control W, and that'll kick it right back on, and then nice and straight again. So it's gonna work. I love GPS for something like this. Is awesome. GPS for cutting the grass, GPS for raking loose grass. Those are the two big times for me, and plowing and stuff like that. But I don't plow or cultivate much, so yeah, it'd be good for seeding too. You would never mess up your seeding. If you did a bunch of manual labor on farms, just GPS would be where it's at. So we'll just go out to the end, past the end of the grass here. Make sure everything's out of the windrower before we turn, and then give ourselves plenty of room just to make it easier. We're gonna turn around, see the green line, get close to it, and hit it. And I try to give myself plenty of room because that way the windrow's straight. There's no, oh hey, we missed a little bit, or hey, it's curved on the end, or whatever. None of those problems. So if your cat does what my cat does, it's annoying, right? The funny thing is, he only does this when I'm down here streaming, or down here in the studio. Otherwise, I guess I have my legs up in my recliner more often than not, and he'll just sit on my legs, or sit by my leg, or whatever. But down here, this is exactly how he sits. It's just amazing. So much fun. So, but yeah, I'm a convert to the school of GPS now. The house of GPS. Hey. Okay. Doesn't miss anything. Doesn't mess up anything. It's great. It's pretty much the best thing ever. But yeah, just gonna keep on keeping on. And I guess you could actually set the. I guess you could actually set the pickup wagon to do this too, but I just drive that manually. I don't really see the point. Because I mean, if I'm doing this 19 meters wide, you could technically get the pickup wagon centered and do the same thing, and then it would kind of do the same thing. But you know, this is no big deal to drive it like this. So, and you can see even going slower in J-Man, because he's going 14, I think, 13 to 14, and I'm going 11. But with the width, I'm gonna catch him. So after this pass, I'll stop and go get in the pickup wagon and get that going. Great. But yeah. I could probably do one more pass, but I'm not really all that worried about it. I'll catch up to him plenty quickly. So, and I would like to upgrade the more too, obviously at some point. You know, a big M or something bigger, some kind of bigger swather. But this works for now. This is what we have for now, so it's all good. I'm not really that worried about it. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and get this one done, get it out of the way. Stop somewhere like there, switch tractors, turn the beacon on, of course, for safety purposes. And yeah. Now this will obviously pick up more. This is more grass than the first pass was. So Storms is going to join the server. Sweet. Get a third person here would be great. How many cows do I have, Man Rush? I just have the 25 still. Basically, now the goal that I have equipment and I have mixed rations, which is the big thing I was waiting on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast time quite a few days before next time I stream this, and get up to 100 cows. And what that'll do is it'll really up the production. It'll really up how much money I have. 100 cows at 100%, or maybe even 110%, I don't really know. But It'll really, really help the production. I'll make so much more money. Storms, it's up to you. Do you want a windrow or do you want to pick up? Your pick. Or if you don't care, that's fine too. You haven't tried animals yet in Farm Sim Base? What have you been doing, man? Animals are where it's at. I love animals. You have a big M extra in your game? I'd be interested to see it, Craig, but I'm not a huge fan on mods that are just like ridiculously big and everything. So, we'll see. You can pick up. Okay, well, here's the pickup tractor. Go ahead and jump out of the one you're in and take this one. And start picking up. We're going to put it in... You going to pick up, Storms? That's the pickup tractor. The other one... Okay, so... We're going to put it in one of the big silage bunkers at the cow homestead area, okay? So we'll get back to windrowing. This will be fun. Sean, I hope you feel better, man. Go ahead and turn this thing on to make it more stable. Actually, we'll turn cruise on too. And we'll get on to the next pass. Get you lined up and get her going. So, yeah, there's big bunkers by the house, or by the cows, I mean. For some reason, I lost your live audio, TeamSpeak audio. Oh, because I got muted somehow. Hang on. My kitten's pushing buttons again. That's what's going on here. Kitten, you still can't lay there. Go on. So, yeah. So, Storms, you go back past the trees and take a right. You'll run to the animal area. There's some big silage bunkers in there. Actually, you know what, Storms? Take that home. Let's put it in storage. I'm going to hope we get enough money before we need more silage to not have to waste the grass on silage, and we can chaff that corn that you're sitting next to. So if you take a right here in front of the trees, you'll end up at the homestead. It's that black and green area near the back, closer to the number 1. There's I think the first one's straw and the second one's grass. It's like a dump point. Just dump it in there and then we'll be good to go. What, kitten? So this is what we do now. We just roll GPS. Makes for much straighter grass cutting lines. Please turn on. Makes for much straighter pickup lines. It's just a overall better experience in my book. I think when I get caught up a little more, like pretty soon here, I'm gonna go on a tour a little bit of Homestead area and stuff. Come on. 'Cause I haven't really done much of a tour of this map, so come on. He's frustrating me, just saying. Okay. Hey, Base Thrill, do you have a 360? We'll play some Farm Sim later. It's gonna be amazing. So yeah, I think we'll do one more pass. We'll let J-Man get ahead of us a little bit. And then we will go, yeah, we'll go on a tour. If you've seen Texas at all, I mean, this is Texas. They've reshaped a few of the fields and took out some of the fields down the bottom right corner to make a big old wood chipping area, or logging area. God, the lawnmower sounds like it's in my house. Insane. Oh my God. Can y'all hear that lawnmower? Seriously? Because that's ridiculously loud. Okay. So yeah, this will be our last pass for now. We'll let J-Man and Storms catch up because they're both going to be behind. So, okay, Storms is putting that in storage. Good, good. Yeah, the hope is the 300,000 liters of silage we have will get us through. Get us through until we can get that silaged. So I'm hoping to have at least one semi-truck by then, because silaging all that with the little trailers we have would just be ridiculous. Although we could use both trailers because they both should take chaff, which would be good. That's the hope anyway. So. You have a 360 base? Awesome. So I'm going to drop this windrower. I'm not going to try to tow this thing because it doesn't work. So I'm going to drop it out here in the wheat field. And I don't know, I may have to reset my GPS later, but it's not a big deal. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and turn the GPS on. I can't do it with one hand. That's okay. So you're gonna get a green line. It's gonna be fun, right? Okay, so this is field 10. This was one that was already... It was already harvested, and I just picked up the straw. Turn GPS off for now. So there's a little bit here and there, but it's not a big deal. It's a good field to own, right by the cows. Be good for straw, for barley. Be good for corn, for silage, whatever. So this is the cow homestead. Actually, we'll move some extractions while we're here too. Get them producing a little more. That'd be awesome. So this is the animal homestead, I should say. I don't know what that building's supposed to be. This is the sheep building. That's a movable door. That's the sheep building. It does have a pallet collector, which would be nice to have for later on purposes. That'll be good. We still have to go. They don't have the sell point at the end, but that sucks. But, you know, whatever. That's the sheep here. There's a storage shed back here, which, yeah, for smaller equipment won't be too bad. Park the Rostel Mash forage harvester in there to keep it dry, because it won't get used all that often. And then the two animal buildings. What is that? Oh, I think that's a straw sell point or something. Maybe not. So these are the animal buildings, the baby animals. There's beef and pigs. I don't know which one's which yet. I'm not really all that worried about it. Get to that later. There's my moo cows, obviously. Yeah, we're gonna get this trailer. We're gonna get to it. What's the GPS do? It makes you go in perfectly straight lines, like Craig is saying there. It's awesome. Makes everything picking up easier. We have 5,500 liters of extraction. Awesome. So let's go. Let's get those 5,500 out and get them producing for my moo cows. Be good to get the cows going. Obviously, it just needs some time to run. It'll make way more than these cows can handle, which is good because we can put it in storage later. But, you know, if we're here, might as well do it, right? So we're just going to back out from underneath the point. Come back in, get our mixed rations. No? Uh-oh. Is this trailer not taking mixed rations, guys? Chef, what's up, dude? Maybe I wasn't far enough out. How you doing tonight, man? You mow your grass in straight lines? I always tried to when I had a lawnmower, but... you know, sometimes I get a hook going. Well, that's a bummer. This trailer doesn't take mixed rations. That's not good. Okay, so, Oh, you should have done 2 passes? Yeah, that's okay. I guess it's just going to keep making mixed rations for now, isn't it? So changing plans. We need a truck first. Whoopsie. Okay. I thought these trailers took mixed rations. That stinks. Well, you know, we'll be productive and we'll do both... We'll move more silage, and then we'll get the windrow going too when we need to. But for now, that sucks. We'll just run loads. 0-turn mowers are good. 0-turn mowers are amazing, Drag Race Pro. We have one at the farm. I love it. Jay Josh, what's up, dude? If you have any kind of acreage, 0-turn mowers is the only way to go. Only way to go. Usually the pickup wagons are the only ones that take mixed rations. Really? Well, let's try that at some point. Not really worried about it right now because there's only 5,000 liters. But and then so basically what I'm going to do is sit here and just buy cows every day, along with smoking weed every day. But that's another story. Smoke weed. That was yesterday. Gotta get my 420 jokes out today, guys. Sorry. What is wrong here? This doesn't take this either. This is what we were just using. Did I break something? Guys, what'd I do? Trailer's empty. Am I too far away? Nope. Too close? Am I just silly? Okay. Let's pull up to this thing and see what it says. Okay, B to turn it on. Or maybe it was just, I think it was just empty, you know. Yeah, I just figured that out, Ethan. It was empty. Okay. Fill this up and I'm gonna cough. That was a good one. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll keep going. It'll give J-Man a chance to get ahead of us. It'll give Storms a chance to catch up. Because even if he's right behind me as I'm windrowing, he has to go empty and I don't. So, you know, it'll make it better for me. No, Ethan, you're good. I figured it out. I figured out it was on or off right about the same time you were like, "Hey, dude, it was off." So, all was good. Farm Sim, what's up, buddy? So eventually, what we'll end up doing is a lot of corn for chaff because there's no reason to plant. I mean, I guess I could plant like barley. I'm gonna plant barley for the straw. I'm gonna use it for straw. So it's gonna be a lot of that, a lot of grass, and a lot of silage. A lot of corn for silage. That Rostel mash will hopefully get a whole lot of hours on it making silage. Chef, we're full. Well, I mean, we're not full, but we've got 3 people and there's only 3 drivables, so there would be nothing for you to do if you came in. So, unless J-Man leaves, there you go. So J-Man, you can take off. Awesome, thanks for helping out, buddy. So Chef, you want to come in? I don't think I added any mods since you were here last. I added that blue auger or conveyor belt, but I think you were here for that. So. You miss seeing the 2 best streamers on Twitch? Wow. You have low standards. Okay, let's get some more mileage in here. Okay.
User joined your channel.
Then eventually we'll get into like big transporting, you know, lots of silage, lots of grass you're moving around. We'll have better ways to pick stuff up with bigger equipment and all that good stuff, so it'll be a good time. And then we might get into logging, but I mean, there's 5 animals to do, 5 different types of animals, so we've got plenty of time to get into the animals first. Plenty of animals to get into. But cows are first because they make us money. So that's why cows get the pass, because they make us money. Make us money right away. The sheep make a little bit of money, but you have to get the wool pallets and you have to sell them. You have to move them and sell them and all that good stuff. Chickens make a little bit of money, but it's really not that much. So whatever. So that's why we are right down the middle of the keyboard, Chef. If that doesn't jar your memory, I'll whisper it to you. Okay, let's do this. Oops. Okay. Go ahead and turn the GPS back on. It did. It looks like it held it. Awesome. So yeah, so we'll get somewhat lined up and turn it on. Hit our Control W to get us lined up and go. Okay. So I really like J-Man. Thanks for helping out, buddy. Hey, Chef, do you want to cut grass or do you want to windrow? It's up to you. I'll do whichever you don't want to do. That's cool, J-Man. You'll mow? Okay. Well, the mower's out in the middle of the field somewhere. And it's full of fuel today because it was empty earlier. As you can see, Storm's just here somewhere. But he's got the slow job with the small tipper and the slow tractor and everything. He's got a job cut out for him, so. But yeah. So we are basically grass farmers at this point. Can't wait to knock out that field of corn over there, get it made into a whole bunch of silage. That'll be fun. That's why we're just going to put this in storage. We might run a little bit low on silage at some point, but I think we'll be okay. Fast Ohio and Nikon, what's up, guys? I think we'll be okay. Hopefully, anyway. So yeah. And really, with GPS, mowing grass is not a big problem, not a big deal anymore. Between the mowing and the windrowing, it's easy. It's easy. I was actually mowing the other day, Sunday morning maybe, and I had to go mess with my laundry, and I just left the guy going. He was just mowing. You get the auto turn on and everything, and he was just mowing away. I came back, and he was, 4 or 5 passes across the field. It was great. So, I'm doing good, Fast Ohio. Oh, I meant to go give you a tour of the homestead, too. Okay. We'll do that in a second. Get a couple more rounds of windrow, and then we'll go take a tour of the homestead. And then go from there. It's going to be a good time. And obviously, Chef over there is just going to roll. 15 miles an hour. He's driving all over the place, but he's rolling. How do you get glance speed bigger? There's an XML file that comes with glance, Trevor. You just need to go in there, and it's one of the settings. I'd have to go look at it, tell you which one it is exactly. But yeah. I also like the GPS tells you how many passes you've made. The number right here is your counter, basically, which is kind of cool. So you can sit here and windrow this whole field and be like, it took me 12 passes or whatever just to windrow it. So I think that's kind of neat. So yeah. Also, Trevor, with that glance XML, you can change the position. I like it in the upper left where it is. It's down a little bit on my screen because of the header we use here on Twitch, so it has to be down a little bit, otherwise it gets hidden. You can put it in the upper left. You can literally put it anywhere on the screen you want. You can put it right smack dab in the middle of the screen. I don't know why you would, but you can. So, there's a lot of you can do. I just don't know why you would do it. So yeah. So we'll do another, I don't know, round or so. And then we'll go get some more silage, and I'll show you the homestead area. We'll take a load home. Because we'll have too much for the mixing station, so we'll take the last, 100,000 home. And put it in storage. We'll see, this is efficient. With 3 people working, man, this grass just kind of mows itself almost. It just kind of disappears. It's great. Thinking what we're going to do is about an hour and a half here and about an hour and a half with some Minecraft. We're going to go a little longer tonight as a makeup for no stream last night. So, yeah. And I do want to get some more equipment so more people can join too. It kind of sucks only having 3 drivables, but we're broke. I mean, $6,000. I'm going to spend that here in a little bit on at least 2 more, I guess 2 more cows I'll be able to buy. Basically every day it's just gonna be like a domino effect. Every day a couple more cows, 2 today, 3 tomorrow, 4 the next day. We're not selling silage. We're not. But just a couple more cows every day, and we'll start making money. Especially once we get the mixed rations in them, get them up to 100% productivity, or maybe 110. I forget how that works with the water and everything. But even like this, I can put them way back here and they'll spin around. The thing you have to watch on faster equipment and articulated equipment is it whips if he's too far offline before you put him back on with GPS. They'll start whipping back and forth trying to get corrected, and that's no good. So, okay. These tractors, man, these tractors, especially that Twtch, it has some hours on it over there. That one there, it got some hours. Used like 400 and something liters of fuel on it. This one's getting pretty low too. He's been used a lot, which means he was probably on the pickup wagon for the longest time running, because really windrowing's the easy job here. It's quick, it's fast, it's it's nice and wide, so it's really the easiest job. Yes, on Underarm Raccoon they also nay-nay. Yes, they whip and nay-nay. They do it all. It's a good time. Oh my goodness, there's a Casey in TeamSpeak tonight. He must be bored. He's been in TeamSpeak a lot the last few nights. A little bit weird. Not weird. It's a good thing. I like Casey. He's a good kid. Him and his brother Darrell. Yeah, let's see. We can go perpendicular here, I think. Yeah. Or not. I think I missed the key. That's the problem there. you go. He's lined up and ready to go. So we'll stop at the end of this pass, go get the other trailer, go get some more silage, run a load home because why not? So we'll go from there. I think we're going to spend a lot of fuel on this map because a lot of this stuff's going to be manual labor. This kind of stuff. I'd love to, when we get to silaging, I'd love to drive the silager manually. Or someone else. I can do it. GPS it. No big deal. It'd be great. So, you can drive combines manually, just turn your GPS on. It'd be a good time. I sound like John now, don't I, with GPS talk. I'm not a big fan of it for like picking up the windrows, like picking up straw windrows. I'm not a huge fan of that because they change every time it seems. Although really, really though, especially if the combines are hired or if they're using GPS, technically they should just roll. Yeah, Craig, you're welcome to join, dude. Whoops. Get our happy little trailer here. Camera got all jacked up too. Trailer. Whoops. Let's go. Back to the bunker. And I do like that it holds the GPS too, so I don't have to readjust it and reset it up every time I go. I think that's a lot of fun. What do you think, kitten? Like, I don't know, what do you think? Is Farm Sim intensive on a computer? More than you would think, Base. More than you would think. Okay, so we basically need to pull into this thing again. And turn it on. And push it forward. Guessing every time I pull away too far from it, it turns off. I don't really know how that works, but that's my guess. But yeah, Base, it's more intensive than you think. You can get by on low settings on some bad computers, but it takes more processor than you think. With all the textures and everything, it's rather intensive. It's just, how's this bunker down to? Every time someone logs in the game, it turns off? Ah, okay. Had no idea. Okay, so this lead we're going to take home. I'll show you the homestead. It's actually a really neat homestead. I have one problem with the homestead, which I'll show you when I get there. So... yeah, if your computer's terrible Base, then you probably don't want to worry about it. Although, I mean, I've played it on a laptop, not a good laptop either. I've played it on there. We're going to go this way. I can. Craig, if you've got mods you think we'd like, send them over. I'll always look at them. I looked through a bunch of mods the other day from people, and some stuff was okay, some stuff was bad. There were some Kloss Jaguar, which I love the Kloss Jaguar. I think it looks like a really good looking machine. But, you know, they're chaffers, but they were so slidey. You just kind of start taking a corner and all of a sudden you're doing like a complete U-turn. So, Cat likes being in the stream, has nothing to do with the stream. When I'm not streaming, he's this close to me at all times anyway. He's, he likes companionship. He was neglected as a kitten before I got him. And so I think he's like, please don't leave me. But, so he's always, 95% of the time, he's within about 10 feet of me. So, it has nothing to do with the stream, does it, buddy? Okay, so this is the homestead, just like Texas. They took out the gates, which I think is great. So now it's big open with gates. Took out some of the storage, too, which I didn't really use the storage, so it doesn't really matter to me. There's header racks over there, fuel station. Fertilizer, I guess. Seed and whatever there, which is kind of cool. That storage I will probably never use. That's too small unless you're getting some real small equipment. And you come back here. This is the storage for everything else. This first one is straw. You can see the sign there. I'm a little far zoomed out, but you can see the sign there for straw. And then this here one's grass. And then you got your sugar beets and potato storage, which is kind of cool. And then this other one here, this one's interesting to me, and I don't know if I'm just missing something or what, But you've got forage, which is mixed rations, silage and chaff you can dump here, right? So we're gonna dump the silage here. Okay, which is great. It's amazing. Everything's good. I have no interest in gravity flow wagons, Ethan. Sorry. Okay, so that's cool. It's all good. And then we'll get back to the reason I'm a little annoyed here. Okay, so this is maps made for big farming, right? So what they give you, double dump points for your crops, your corn, your soybeans, corn, your wheat, your barley, and everything. Double dump points right here, which is pretty cool. And a board to tell you what you have in storage. So if you're going big, you can do doubles, which is really cool, right? And it's all not blocked in, so you can come in from many different angles, which is awesome too. Big silos like we're in America, because we are based on Texas. And then up here, which is cool too, is double fill points for the crops, which, awesome. You can unload, or you can load your trucks twice as fast now. You can do two at once. Great, amazing, love it. So this is the front of this building, and my problem with this is, send them along, Ethan. My problem is you can see everything you can store, right? You can see our grass is up to, 900,000. Straw there and silage and chaff, right? But there's nowhere to get chaff out. Unless I'm just missing something, which I know you can go in the building, and I guess you could like scoop it or something. I'll go in the building here in a second. But here's the pit for silage, and there should be some in there now. Yep. That's the silage I just put in there, which is cool. And then there's this one for chaff, but there's no one for mixed rations. So I don't know if I'm missing something or what. But we're going to go inside this building. It's a really cool building inside too, actually. They closed the doors the other day for some reason. Is that not a door? It's a door. Open up, Sesame. Okay, fine. Let's go around to the other side. Hang on. And it's actually really cool. You can drive in this building. You can come up here to this ramp and you can drive in. Okay, let's open this door. And when you come in here, it's got all your different storage. Your grass, your silage, your straw, your chaff. I mean, they're all labeled. It's really cool, but I don't know how to get forage out of this thing. Unless one of the conveyor belts is like double used or something. You can see all your different ones in here. It's really cool in here. Oh, wait, what's this pipe? I didn't see this pipe earlier. I don't know what that one is. Maybe that's your mixed rations? I don't know. Let's try it sometime because I really don't know what that is. Okay, let's open this door back up. But anyway, it's a really cool homestead. And then if you drive, not sure what this gate's for either, but it looks cool. Or this little, I guess that's the whole hide the pipe. Then you got your potato, sugar beets, grass, and straw dump point or fill points too. So the only one I'm not sure of is mixed rations, but it's really not the end of the world. And then just more storage. There's where you buy the fields. The grain bin operation is just massive. So yeah, that's what we got here. Okay. And the scales actually do work. They'll show you a weight if you drive across them, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this map base. If you wanted to go big farming, I mean, look how big these fields are. You could go big farming. You could plow like 9 and 10 together. You could plow 5 and 6, 2 and 3. You could plow some fields together and really go big. And yeah, you could go big on this map. I think you underarm raccoon, dude. It's on your end. I'm not dropping a single frame. I'm not having a single problem over here. It's something on your end, buddy. But you could go big farming here. This would be a good map, actually, I think, for course play. As big as it is and everything, I think you could do some serious damage with course play and helping you run trucks and stuff like that. I think you could go big. But that's why I thought it'd be a good map for animals. Yeah, this is the animal map base. That's why I thought this would be a good animal map, just because it's big. There's plenty of ground to, get silage and get straw and yada, yada, yada. So, yeah. Okay, let's get another load of silage here. You could make 2 really big fields if you wanted to be odd-shaped. I'm not a big fan of odd-shaped fields. I like my fields to be squares or rectangles. So you could plow like 1 and 12 together even, and it'd be a funky-shaped field. But, man, you could be a big field. You'd never get to the other end. So, but this map just screams big equipment. It just screams, you know, all that stuff. So, but it'd be a good time. And eventually, we will have to get some combines to do, you know, to do barley because we'll need more straw eventually. So, I know odd-shaped fields, right? Ew. But yeah. Chef, when you're done, I guess go ahead and park that, and we'll get that tractor to Storms so we can run faster. There's really not much else to do, unfortunately. We'll probably get out of here. Maybe before the hour and a half. We need to get to the point where, before I stream it next time, we'll have silage. How's that sound? How many days is this on the map? This is only the second time I've streamed it, Base. I've played 3 or 4 days off screen. We've cut that field twice. This is the third cutting of that field already. Did a bunch off screen. Chef helped. Smoke and Tree Cutter helped a lot. So they helped me out a lot. We got the field done twice. Got the silage made. You know, I'm going to the wrong spot too. So we got a lot done. Is my point. Okay, this isn't a bad little cut through. But yeah, I want to get into the baby animals. You know, I want to get into the sheep, the chickens. There's an update on the Down Combine. Still not interested, sorry. Down's a good combine. It goes fast. It has a big head, blah, 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 but it's just way too slow. Or the capacity is way too small. So, you know, when I'm talking about big combines for this map, I'm talking like the Cats or some of the big John Deeres or something along those lines. Something bigger. Okay, while we're sitting here, we're going to buy a couple more moo cows because I can. So we have, ooh, that's the wrong one. So we have 25. Now we have 27. But yeah, I'm going to do some off-screen work here. Oh, it's full already. Sweet. That's awesome. Do some off-screen work before next time. We'll be able to, hopefully, be ready to silage. Look at that. It's full. Okay. I think it holds either 100 or 200 or 500,000. This one holds a lot from what I remember. So let's take this stuff home then. Any big difference between cow and beef? The cows are for dairy, for milk. The beef are actual beef cows. You actually have to haul them to sell them, and you get money for the beef per ton, basically. So yeah, there's a difference, and that's all stuff I want to do. I just need a lot of equipment to haul them, and you know, all that good stuff. So it's coming, just not for now. Not for now. We'll get there though. I like all these different grates. It looks really cool. Those potatoes and sugar beet buildings are massive, though. Okay. I need to check where they're at Windrowing if I need to go do more of that. But yeah, as soon as we get done cutting, we definitely want to get that tractor onto the pickup wagon just to help it go faster. Silage pile is filling up. I like it. Chaff pile is, you know, empty because we don't have any chaff. But yeah, that's what we're doing. This tractor's getting more fuel too. Goodness. We need a fuel delivery system. Hey, look, it storms. It storms. Definitely need a bigger pickup wagon. But the problem with the bigger pickup wagon is we're going to need a tractor to pull it. We're going to need like a half track or something, or a Magnum. One of those big guys to pull it. So, we'll get there. We need to go Windrow, yeah, let me check. A T9? Yeah, you know, something big, yeah. Although I'm a big fan of the half tracks. I think this is going to be one of those half track farms where we have 6 or 7 or 8 of them because I just think they're the best tractors on the game, really. Okay, Shane. I need Windrow, don't I? Okay. Shane Bullock, thanks for following, buddy. Welcome aboard. And hi. Looks like Storm's almost caught up to me, so let's do some more Windrowing, shall we? Go ahead and turn our GPS back on. Zoom out. Hit the wrong button. That works too. Chef, leave the front more on there. We use it as a weight because I'm too lazy to go find the other weight that we have. And then, yeah, give it to Stormy. Okay, here we go. Yeah, fast Ohio, dude. I'm all about the half track. Love me the half track. And actually, we can minimize the GPS too. I don't really need the whole thing all blown up there. Just basically, that one will do what we need to do. Crossbow, what's up, yo? But yeah. So that's all cut almost. Chef's got one more pass, it looks like. And then, yeah, we'll trade it out. We'll get this picked up a little faster. Although Storm's doing a good job. He's right here on top of me. So. But yeah, GPS is the way to Windrow. Love it. Okay. Oh, hi. I'm a jungle gym, kids. Did you know that? Right, kitten? I'm your personal jungle gym. Is that how this works? Zoom out a little bit so I can see the end of the tractor, or into the windrower, I should say. So, yeah. Okay. Come on. Look at all that grass. Woot. Actually, Chef, I guess you could take the other Schluter once you switched out with Storms, and you could go finish the silage if you want. Wish I had a way to get mixed rations out of the thing, that's all I know. Okay. We're gonna turn this bad boy kitten. Which is less expensive, Razer keyboard or Logitech ones for gaming? I have no idea. You don't really need a special keyboard to game. I mean, I game with just a regular old wireless Logitech keyboard. Because I'm a hardcore gamer and stuff. Or something. What did you put some more on? Oh, you put the more on the Schluter? Yeah, it's a bit much for the Schluter. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a bit much. Yeah, I cut with the s'mores on the Schluter last week. That was not a good experience. That's why we're raking with the Schluter instead. Because I mean, like say the Twtch pulls this windrower at 11 miles an hour just like this. Everything's the same. So if it's all the same, might as well get the faster more on the cutters, because that's the slow part. Where's John? It's not his night to stream, that's where John is. And actually, I don't know where he is. Not in TeamSpeak, so maybe he went to the farm with Dad. It's asparagus season. The other way it was at home, wasn't it, Chef? I think I saw it there once. But might as well leave the front more on and just do it that way. It's just easier. Asparagus season, so they go to the farm 2 or 3 nights a week. Because especially when warmer weather, if it's good and sunny, the asparagus will grow 6, 8, 10 inches in a day. Stuff is crazy how fast it grows. So they go down a couple nights during the week to cut it. Otherwise, you're just wasting a lot of asparagus. And the season's short, or at least the season we use is short for asparagus. So it makes sense to get down there and maximize the amount of asparagus we get. So if I had to guess, I'd say that's where he is. He probably went to the farm tonight. They went down Tuesday. So basically, they go down like we're there Sundays generally. So then he'll go down. Well, him and Dad will go down Tuesday, Thursday, and A lot of times Dad will sneak down Saturday after work while we're streaming. So, yeah. And that's what we do. We just sit here and roll. How do you harvest asparagus? You literally, it's shoot. You know what you see is the shoot or the stalk, or I don't know what the technical term is. But we'll let them get somewhere between 2 and 4 or 5 inches tall, and then you can snap them off. We use a knife, just cut them, but it's all the same. You just cut it off, and then it just keeps growing. Yeah, it's actually on the last on the farm. There you go. But yeah, we cut it. And you only harvest it. We only harvest it for about a month and a half, somewhere there, because it's hard on the actual plant, on the roots. You know, it's not getting a lot of sunlight, not a lot of photosynthesis going on. So we only do it about a month and a half, and then it's dormant the rest. Or not dormant, but it just grows the rest of the year. If you do it too much, you'll actually you'll kill the plants. So, yep. How far is the farm from me? It's 3 to 4 hours. It's 15, 20 miles, somewhere in there. Okay. Looks like Chef has his silage. Nice. Chad is being stupid. That's fun. What do you think, Kitten? Is that fun? Yeah, we're kind of rocking it out like the 18 from the other night, yeah. Last Saturday's Michigan stream was some of the most fun I've had in farm sim in a long time. Having 8 people who know what they're doing and have no problem doing whatever. And we just rocked it out. It was awesome. 4 combines working in tandem, which was really cool. Windrowing straw, picking up silage, planting, whatever, man. It was great. Is there gonna be any more on the farm videos? Pretty much every Sunday, dude. Especially this time of year. There's lots going on down there. There's always something to do, so John makes videos. Matter of fact, I'm assuming maybe this week. Either this week or next week we'll be like working on our lane. We have a gravel lane. And over the winter it takes a beating from the freezing and thawing, and we had a ton of rain back in December, and that really messed it up. So I think they fixed it last week, which would make it this week's video most likely. If not, maybe next week, I don't know. But that'll be fun. Planted sweet corn, I believe. And we have a new little implement to make our rows, so that'll be good to see. I know that's coming up. Always drone footage to be had, right? So, always drone footage of stuff. I thought that footage over the river was really cool last week. That's what drones are made for, stuff like that, man. So cool. But yeah, if you would have had the drone last year when all that flooding was going on, the difference between the images would have been amazing. But, that's okay. It'll flood again at some point. So, hopefully not anytime soon, because that was a lot of work last year when it flooded. To prepare the farm in case it did flood. So I'm on my 19th or 20th pass. I forget how the number goes. It starts at 0, I think. But yeah. And we just sit here and roll. If the drone would have fell in the river, it would have sucked. Well, yeah. Obviously. But really, I mean, it's pretty cool. No, we're not going to refill it, Chef. I'm going to hope we can get a silager before we need silage again. So, we need to figure out a way to get the mixed rations over from the mixing plant to the cows, because apparently neither one of our trailers take it, so that's not good. But, we'll figure something out. The next option is to buy a truck and trailer that Kenworth T600, which I love. It's a good tractor trailer, but it's nothing special. Next option is to buy that, and then the double the hoe, double the fun trailer, because I love me that trailer. I know that'll take mixed rations, so that might be the next thing we buy, unfortunately, instead of a chaffer. Okay, so we got one more round left here. This pass, we'll come back and clean up that last little bit. And then the windrowing will be donezo. Then it's on storms to get caught up. And with that Twtch, it'll help out a whole bunch. Being able to run 38 instead of 26, that's a huge improvement. Did you get the working with figured out with windrowing behind the harvesters with GPS? We haven't messed with it since last week, Nikon, but we have a couple ideas. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to reduce the working width on the combines ever so slightly. I think they're running at like 13.6 or 13.7. We're going to reduce them down to 13. They overlap a little bit, which is fine. And then in theory, if everybody's running GPS and then the windrower goes behind, gets set up and sets it at 26, then in theory, or no, can't go at 26. This thing's only 19. Or maybe, whatever. We'll figure it out. I guess you'd manually adjust if that's right. So, but we'll figure it out. We'll have time Saturday because we have a whole bunch of wheat to harvest. And a whole bunch of wheat to harvest, and we're going to pick up all the straw. Most of it is chaff because we didn't really get much chaff out of that harvest last week. Most of it got picked up by our crack team of straw picker-uppers. And so we only ended up with a few 100,000 liters of silage, or of chaff really, so if we're going to go big on animals, we need a lot of silage on that map too. Yeah, this little parking lot wouldn't be a bad spot to store some equipment. We need to get a shed there. Big old, maybe that one open top share at the bottom. This, that one big shed that's basically just a roof with some poles around it. I have to put something over there because that'd be a good spot for this grass cutting equipment. So yeah. Good truck. Yeah, that'd be good truck parking too, definitely. I mean, the Homestead gives you a lot of that stuff too, which is nice. You know, a lot of area to park stuff, but... And everybody knows that I'm not a big fan of parking equipment, putting equipment away. If I'm going to be using it again, what's the point in putting it away? Like, if I'm going to be using it right away again, what's the point? But for stuff like the windrowers, or not the windrowers, like the chaffing machine and stuff like that that isn't going to get used very often, I'm all about having storage for that and putting it away. High storms. High storms. Storms. Oh, storms is full. Yeah, I guess we'll run this guy home too. He's a little dirty. But this is kind of brutal. Chef's back there getting more silage. Awesome. Actually, you know what? We're not going to take this guy home because there's really no reason. We're going to use him out here in the grass again at some point. Probably, you know what? I think we might take a break from this. We are going to go home. Although there's nowhere to store him. Yeah, we'll slowly make our way home. Need to go get that conveyor belt next when we're done with that because I don't think we'll be using those bunkers ever again. I don't want to say ever. That's a bit strong. But we probably won't be using them for a while. You can see this windrower just completely drives this tractor when it's folded up. I don't understand why it's so bad in this way, and then when you unfold it and get it going, it works perfectly fine. Hard decisions with Mike, I know, right? Yeah. Oh, Nelly. Stop. I can't wait to see my... If I look back at my tire tracks, it looks like I'm had a few too many fruit salad drinks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right, Nikon. You'd have the 26 meter working with, you have to adjust it manually, which is fine. But then it's all about getting centered properly. And I'd be centered once, and the next time I'd be off center, and centered, off center, centered, off center. It was just kind of the whole thing. It didn't quite work as well as I was hoping for, but you know, it is what it is. There's the more, and there's that erstwhile front weight. Sweet DJ, what's up, yo? Okay, it's good enough. Let's go. Windrower's getting its workout, man. All this equipment's getting a workout, really. Yep. Thinking Chef's done with silage since he's at 37%, and he's cutting home over. He's messing around over there, but I bet he's done. I'll go help him out. At worst, we'll get the conveyor belt and bring it back to the other conveyor, or to the other silage area. So, because I have a feeling that things are going to be kept around for a while, even though I don't really like it. But it's cheap. I have it. The one I want is the front loader mount one, which means I have to have a front loader tractor. And I don't have one of those right now. And I don't really have the need for one. I mean, I will need one because of the wool pallets. We'll need a way to load the wool pallets, which I'm not looking forward to wool pallets. I hate wool pallets, but if I want to be an animal farmer, I gotta be an animal farmer, you know? So. Okay. Says sad day Prince died. I know, man. A lot of people at work were like really upset by it, which I thought was a little bit interesting. Although, I mean, I say that, but like, yeah, no, I got that mod stuff to make any tractor front loader, which is actually really cool. Which is where I'm actually leaning towards because, you know, why not? Make a Schluter a front loader or something. I'm all about that. Okay, let's take this bad boy. Souls, what's up, yo? Okay, we'll go put this guy by the bunkers and the cows. I think we're going to go ahead and get out of here then. Whatever's left to pick up, I'll do later. Doesn't look like it's that much, really. We'll go from there. We're going to go play some Minecraft on the 360, guys. It's going to be awesome. Everything is awesome when you're part of the team. Watson, what's up, yo? Okay, I think I can sneak back through here somewhere. Also, I need to get the wood chipper and chip some of these trees around this animal area. They kind of irritate me. There's a few too many trees for my liking. So, Jezza, what's up, dude or dudette? I don't even know. Actually, we'll put this thing in storage. Haha. So there's these 3 bunkers here. They hold, I don't know what they hold. I mean, when we played here on our Texas Let's Play, I think they held 900,000 apiece. So, but yeah, this would be a good spot for lunar purchase. Right in the middle, like a boss. There, look at that. I'll go ahead and put this Schluter next to it. There's nothing else for it to do right now. But yeah, go ahead and turn my 360 on too. It takes like 7 minutes to boot up. Go, go, Gadget 360. Okay. But yeah, we made some serious progress today, guys. So, let's see. Let's go look at some numbers. 27 cows. We'll do pretty good on milk tonight. Obviously, here's the other animals. We need to get mixed rations and, you know, water, straw, whatever. I don't know if there's anything to do with the liquid manure and the solid manure on this map other than use them as fertilizer, which I'm not going to do. So those numbers will just cap out at some point, and then I'll just be done with them. You can see there's a lot of stuff we can still harvest. I don't know if I necessarily like that because it's kind of a easy way in, I guess. You know. And then this map doesn't show the storage of everything else. So yeah. And there's the forecast. So I wish you could see. You know what? We can't. Can we see that? If I go to I, no, not I. If I go to, not you, insert. Okay, so here's our 3-day finances. You can see our income, which is what this other line is. 2 days ago, we made 5,800. Yesterday, we made 7,700. And then today, we made 7,500. That's the cows. I don't think I sold anything else. But you can see, you know, this is the conveyor belt. Bought some cows and stuff, and vehicle running costs, and you know, we're negative 6,200 for the day. Yeah, you know, is what it is. So, our loan is fully taken out, of course. It's gonna be that way for a while. So, it is what it is. So, oh, there's another Schluter here, isn't there? Why, hello there, Chef. Okay, guys, so thanks to Chef and Storms and J-Man for helping out today. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. So if you're watching us on YouTube, thanks for watching and stuff. and I will see you next time. Bye.